Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Curry Sautner and I'm the Chief Learning Officer at the National Constitution Center. And we are so excited to welcome you today to our 101 on how to use the interactive Constitution. You can dive in with your class, you can dive in with your family. It's a great tool to use. It is always up and it is always free. So to dive deep into this, we have Jeff Rosen, the President and CEO of the National Constitution Center. Jeff, can you tell us all about how to use the interactive Constitution in our classrooms around the country?
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Curry. And hi, everyone. It's so exciting to share the interactive Constitution with you so you can use it in your classrooms, or if you're a student, can use it to learn about the Constitution. So this amazing online tool has gotten more than 30 million hits since we launched in 2015. And here it is. You can find it at constitutioncenter.org. It says, learn about the text, history, meaning of the US Constitution from leading scholars of diverse legal and philosophical perspectives. That's what's so unique about this amazing tool, that scholars of all perspectives talk about what they agree and disagree about every clause of the Constitution. So I'm scrolling through the structural Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Let's go to the 14th Amendment. The question of equal protection of the law is in front of us every day. And so many of the cases before the Supreme Court and at the center of American life involve the meaning of this amendment, which we see here was ratified in 1868. So I've scrolled to equal protection. There are a whole bunch of clauses. I teach a whole constitutional law class on the 14th Amendment, but let's look at the Equal Protection Clause. We start with Brian Fitzpatrick and Theodore Shaw, leading scholars nominated by the Conservative Federalist Society and the Progressive American Constitution Society, with 1,000 words about what the Equal Protection Clause means. And you can be confident that every word in this common statement is agreed to by all sides. And our scholars note that the Supreme Court has used the Equal Protection Clause to prohibit discrimination on other bases beside race. And they also note that there's little doubt that the Equal Protection Clause was intended to stop states from discriminating against Blacks, but the text of the clause is worded very broadly and it's come a long way from its original purpose. So after you read the common statement, then you can read matters for debate. And these are controversial questions in the news and before the courts where our two scholars express concurring opinions where they may agree or disagree. Here we have Brian Fitzpatrick about the future of racial preferences before the Supreme Court, and we have Theodore Shaw on the unfinished work of the Equal Protection Clause. So that's just a wonderful way of introducing ourselves to areas of agreement and disagreement about the Equal Protection Clause. Now let's scroll down further and see the next tool. It's called the drafting table, and you can read early drafts of the Equal Protection Clause, and it's such a meaningful way of understanding how the clause evolved. So here I've included a drafting table. I'm going to stick with the Equal Protection Clause. And it's so exciting, friends, to note here, when we look at the early drafts, that when Congress considered an early draft of the Equal Protection Clause on April 20th, 1866, it would have protected voting rights as well as other civil rights. Look at this language. It says, no discrimination shall be made by any state nor by the United States as to the civil rights of persons because of race, color, or previous conditions of servitude from and after July 4th, 1876. Isn't that poignant? It would have been the 100th anniversary of America. No discrimination shall be made as to the enjoyment of classes of persons of the right of suffrage because of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. Of course, that provision didn't pass, and we had to wait until the 15th Amendment in order to see African-American male suffrage protected by the Constitution, and then the 19th Amendment to guarantee women the right to vote. So that's the drafting table provision. Next, we come to this incredible media library, and I'm so excited to share with you that every day and every week, the National Constitution Center produces these amazing podcasts, videos, blogs, and educational programs about relevant constitutional issues that you can use to learn about them and make them relevant to your lives. And again, these are all balanced and involve thinkers and scholars and people of different perspectives. The Constitution Drafting Project was so amazing. We commissioned conservative, libertarian, and progressive scholars to draft constitutions from scratch, and we compared them and saw how they agreed and disagreed. Then we have our town hall videos, where every week we convene public programs about history and current events, which are so exciting. And this really great website we have with the Atlantic magazine called The Battle for the Constitution, where we convene scholars and writers of different perspectives to write about constitutional issues in the news. Our blog talk about what happened on this day and nonpartisan explainers about history. And finally, and this is the last thing I want to show you on the Interactive Constitution, are educational videos and classes. So here you'll find videos that will teach the essence of the Constitution, which you can use in the archive version, or you can join Curry, Sautner, and me for our live classes, where 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we teach middle, high school, and college students the essence of the Constitution. And you can sign up on our website and ask questions by Zoom and learn all about the Constitution with me and Curry. So that's it, friends. You can do all the things it says down here, visit, support, stay informed, but most of all, click on the Interactive Constitution, pick a provision like the Equal Protection Clause, the First Amendment, or a clause you don't even know about, like the Export and Port Preference Clause, and dig in deep and excite yourself with all of the rich learning you can do about the US Constitution. Back to you, Curry.
Thank you so much, Jeff. That was really, really helpful to kind of walk us through the ideas and the structure of the Interactive Constitution. And we want to let everybody know it's every single section, every single clause of the Constitution. So please let us know if you need any support around it. Education is here to help, and the Constitution Center is your avenue into a nonpartisan way to dive deep into the United States Constitution, learn the history, and engage in those constitutional dialogues. So thank you so much, and goodbye.